Good evening, everybody. Figured I'd make a video on my YouTube. I haven't posted on YouTube in a couple years, probably since I was in college, but had a little bit extra free time, so figured I'd post a video on this yellow 2004 Toyota Celica. So this will be just me nerding out on different aspects, where I bought the car and where it's at now. So first, let me just pop the hood here. This is a GT, so it comes with the Corolla motor. So let's open it up here. All right. So as you can see, it looks relatively clean in here. When I bought this car, I think I got it for, it's like $1,000 or $1,200. If the person I bought from sees this, they'll drop it in the comments. But there was a rod through the block, or basically just in the oil pan. So this is a motor out of a 2004 Toyota Corolla. A little bit of modification to get it in there with brackets on the axles, but generally a straightforward swap. So that is basically was the first step with this car. Get the motor in, reuse the 5-speed. I do have a 6-speed I could throw in there, but for now I just got it all together. The clutch was good in the 5-speed, and I didn't know if it was good, so I kind of wanted to test it. Then there is these headlights. So when I bought the car, it just had stock headlights. And when I say stock, these were stock. These are Tsunami headlights here. But they had the new headlights because the Tsunami headlights were partially destroyed. So the housings were all smashed up and damaged. All the tabs were ripped off. And there was a bunch of grime inside the headlight from an accident. So what I ended up doing for those two was I had probably 3 or 4 spare sets of headlights I just collected over the years. So I separated the lens, took the Tsunami, the yellow Tsunami insert, cleaned it up, and then I re-cleared these lenses and assembled them in a new housing that was in good shape. So those turned out pretty good. They're not perfect. You could see like little things here and there in the actual lens. That is, but for the cost and trying to revive some headlights, it turned out pretty good. I'm happy with the result, and the fact that I could actually find a set of solar yellow Tsunami headlights, because that's kind of, when I bought the car, he didn't have these, and then I went back and I asked if he had the Tsunami headlights, or the old headlights, and he had them sitting in a junk pile. So thankfully I was able to save these. The other thing you see is this is a red fender that has been resprayed, and that was by the previous owner. So that is one thing that needs to be corrected, but how the process goes. When the car has, I think we're at 372,000 miles, you gotta be methodical in the approach, not just try to do everything. So I've been mainly focusing on mechanical, although I've been touching the cosmetic a bit too. So on the front bumper here, I've put some new tabs in on both sides. Had to just plastic weld them together, and you can see here, previous owner had done their silicone job here. So that needs to be corrected as well. And what will probably happen is once I plastic weld the front bumper, sand this down and actually spray it correctly with the solar yellow. I'm not an expert painter, but that would be the plan. Little sneak peek back here. You can see this has disc brakes in the back. So I had a set of rear GTS discs, or really the whole assembly hubs and parking brake cables, and it ended up swapping from the original drum brakes to the these disc brakes. And then just today, Celine, my fiance, she's been riding around with these AGX shocks with the TRD springs on all 4, and they're a little too low for her. So we ended up taking the shocks off of this car, which were just stock springs, and I think they were gas adjust shocks, the silver ones, and swapped those onto hers, and then we put the TRDs on here. Figured this is going to be more of a fun car, but the TRD springs don't lower it all that much. And then back here, you can see this line isn't perfect here. It also took a hit in the back, and the previous owner just self-tapped this all together. So I ended up having to cut another bumper up to plastic weld the tabs, new tabs back on actually, because they were missing on both sides, and then also plastic weld all of these studs that fasten into the back of the hatch. And you can see now that the interior is pulled out on this, and that's because we were just swapping the shocks. Although this car was a complete rat's nest when I bought it, so I ended up pulling the whole interior out, dash, replacing the seats, pulling the carpet out, washing it. Maybe I should replace the carpet eventually. It smells okay, so maybe not. I pulled all the foam off of it and basically just cleaned it until it was running clear. But the only thing I haven't done in here is going to be the headliner. So the headliner has to come down. Hopefully there's no rat's nests in there. I mean, part of me wants there to be, because that would be another source of a smell, because I've cleaned this interior top to bottom probably twice, all of the components. So what else is interesting on this car? We're at 6.5 minutes. So, oh yeah, the other thing is I did find a set, or I had a spare set, because spares are always good to have, of GTS pedals. So I swapped in some GTS pedals. They look good. The yellow Celica, everything that contrasts looks pretty good. At least my opinion. I like the solar yellow Celicas. You can see this needs to be color matched. And then we also have a broken door that needs to be color matched. In addition, this gas tank needs to be pulled out. It has a code, an EVAP code, so I'm just gonna replace the charcoal canister. It looks like the charcoal canister has a vacuum leak, according to my rudimentary scanner. So, we'll pull it out and just throw a new one in. I mean, high mileage and not, it is what it is. Then these are some Scion FRS rims with some cheap Century tires that I got for like $300. So I threw them on here, drove for a bit, and these aren't balanced because I just basically threw these on and then attached the put in a valve stem and pressurized them up, so they need to be balanced. So that's why they're off the car now. But I'm gonna leave this here, and hopefully I can get the rest of the things that need to be corrected on the car. Maybe not the paintwork before it gets back on the road. And yeah, so let me know if you guys want to see some videos or anything, Celica related in general. That would be interesting to watch. So we'll give you, this is my 90 all track, by the way. I know it's just in the background. I haven't talked about it. If you guys want to see videos on that, you can. Coming out here, we also have, this is my 88 all track. So got a couple different Toyotas. There's my Tacoma. This one we're going to put a supercharger on. We got that up in the shop. Eventually, if gas prices go down, it might happen sooner. All right, guys. Well, that's all I have. Figured this was a fun first video to post back on YouTube. And yeah, have a great day. See ya.